We begin with the tragedy in Virginia Beach. A gunman opening fire inside a municipal building and killing a dozen people before being taken out in a gun battle with police. It's the deadliest mass shooting this year.
And overnight, police were at the suspected gunman's home, likely searching that residence as the investigation is just getting underway. Whit Johnson is live on the ground in Virginia Beach, heading up our team coverage on this attack, stunning that community and this country. And with this morning, we're learning more about the gunman and his alleged motive, but also how people got out alive.
Tom and Eva, that's right. Good morning to you both. This community devastated and in mourning as we learn new details about the shooter and the carnage he left behind. I want to show you the scene behind me here. That is building number 2. Over my left shoulder, you can see the caution tape, the police cars blocking this off. It is still a crime scene this morning. Here's what we know right now. 13 people, including the gunman, are now confirmed dead in the attack, at least 4 others injured. Law enforcement sources confirmed to ABC News that the gunman has been identified as a longtime public utilities employee. Police say he was killed in an extended gun battle with responding officers who, by all accounts, likely saved more lives.
Gunshot wound 2405 Courthouse Drive for building 2. Callers advising of a male in front of building 2, possibly shot.
This morning, carnage at a Virginia Beach municipal building. At least 12 victims dead. Several more are hospitalized after police say a gunman with a grudge carried out a bloody rampage.
We were all just terrified. We almost kind of felt like it wasn't real.
Police say around 4 p.m. Friday, a wave of commotion erupted, bullets disrupting the end of an otherwise typical work week.
We heard shooting, but we didn't think it was that close, like in proximity of the building.
Law enforcement sources identifying the suspect as 40-year-old Dwayne Craddock. Police say he began his murder spree in the parking lot, killing a victim in their car before entering the building, where he would gun down multiple co-workers indiscriminately.
So actively hearing gunshots.
Shot fired, second floor.
Employees shaken.
I heard a bunch of screams, or what sounded like screams, and I looked out the window and I saw a bunch of people running in one direction.
Others barricading themselves in nearby offices.
There was probably about 20 of us in an office.
The building, just one of a sprawling complex of city offices and agencies that deal with public utilities and public works for the city. Police say the suspect navigated his way through multiple floors. When officers arrived on scene, they quickly became targets.
The best I could describe it is it was a long-term gun battle for police officers.
Confronting the shooter in building 2 of the campus. Police now describing that scene as a war zone. One officer shot and injured, saved by his bulletproof vest.
We have the shooter isolated in a stairwell on the east side on the second floor.
Police eventually injuring the shooter, who later succumbed to his wounds. Federal law enforcement descending on the scene, now joining the investigation. The Virginia Beach community heartbroken. This morning, officials holding a news conference, taking a moment at the beginning to name each of the 12 victims, showing their pictures, talking about their public service, all but one city employees.
This is a large-scale crime scene. It's a horrific crime scene. And please understand, it takes not only a physical, emotional, and psychological toll on everyone who spent the night inside that particular building.
Ed Whedon is joining me now. You're a city employee. You've worked here for 18 years. You were here when the shots rang out yesterday. Tell me what you saw, what you heard.
Well, a coworker and myself were in the lobby of the first floor, and we heard a popping sound. The coworker turned and said, "Did someone fall?" And he said, "Yeah." We ran to the staircase, and there was a lady on the bottom of the stairs covered in blood. Another coworker ran upstairs, and was totally, there was an active shooter upstairs on the second floor, so and got my cell phone, left the building, and the fire alarm went off, and that's when we found out there was a former worker who was upset.
When you first heard those words that there's an active shooter in the building, what was your initial reaction?
I thought it was a disgruntled citizen or something, upset about his tax bill or his water bill or something like that. I never thought it'd be an employee that you talk to daily.
Here you are in the moment. You actually saw a victim on the ground. What did you do? Did you run? Did you hide?
Well, I just skedaddled away like I was supposed to, especially when she came down and she said, "There's an active shooter, get out of the building." Like I said, we walked out another door because we didn't know where he was. but this lady was shot in the stairwell, so we had to figure he was probably close by. Just went out another door of the building.
But you were hearing the shots.
Heard a popping sound, a couple of popping sounds. It was a loud noise. It was definitely a gunshot, though.
How would you characterize the scene? Other employees running for cover. We understand that people were hiding in office rooms.
Well, upstairs, a lot of people they pushed the desk down to keep the guy from coming in. Some of the employees on the first floor, they went to offices that were open and locked themselves in there. So their initial reaction was hide behind the door, which they should have been leave the building. When I heard that there was an active shooter, I went to a phone to try to dial 911 and try to get the sheriff who's using building 1. But by the time I did that, I just grabbed my phone. That's when the fire alarm went off. You just can't make an announcement saying there's a shooter in the building. Put a fire alarm, everybody leave. So it was scary. It was scary.
At what point did you know it was all over? After you got out of the building, what activity did you see from police responding?
When we walked, well, we never knew if it was over because there was constant movement. When they walked us over to the courthouse, they took our names and addresses and statements, and we were allowed to go.
How do you recover and heal from something like this? As you mentioned, this is a building where you've worked for 18 years. What will it be like to come back to work?
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to walk anywhere in that building and not realize something's happened. A stairway, a hallway where the shootout took place and officers used to visit. I guess it's just now settled in. But how do you ever recover from that?
Well, Ed, our thoughts are with you and your coworkers. We thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.